Hello world and welcome back to my YouTube channel. By the time you're watching this, it is most likely May or even June, depending on how fast I upload vlogs. But right now it is March 31st. I just got back from Korea yesterday and those vlogs should be up by now, question mark. No, they should be up. I brought back a whole bunch of crap from Korea that I'm gonna do in this haul because that's what we do on YouTube now. So I'm gonna be dividing these up into different categories and I'm honestly just gonna go with the flow because I don't have a plan for this. We're gonna start off with probably my biggest haul from the trip, which is all the skincare beauty products, because before this, my last Korea trip, I didn't bring anything, and this time around I was living my all young era. So I'll show you what I mean. By the way, don't look at the mess of the room. I just came back. Oh my god, this is heavy. That would have been right. So, as you can see, this is literally all the beauty product that I bought from this past trip to Korea. I was there for Korea for 10 days, and within those 10 days, I went to Olive Young, which is their beauty store in Korea. I went there a total of 43 times, which averages about like 4 times a day. I'm gonna start with this guy right here. This is the Ilyun lotion cream. I have very bad eczema, and the first time I ever used this, it pretty much calmed my eczema to a T. So when I went back to Korea, I had to get this guy. Next up, we have, I don't know why I put them in here. So we have these hand creams that I got from Innis, which was a store in Myeongdong. I love their hand cream so much. I bought 6 different kinds. I got their old-fashioned, white t-shirt, and original scents. I had to make sure that I bought this hairspray, which is a lifesaver for me. The old hairspray that I used before this was really rank and smelled like alcohol. This one not only is hard holding and like makes my hair stay up for like a long time, but it also smells really good. So I had to make sure to get this guy as well. I think this is the toner, so I bought the Round Lab toner, but I also made sure to buy the Round Lab, I think this is a cleanser. This guy is an essential for me when it comes to my eczema, especially when I'm in the shower, because it helps clean off the dead skin, but it also makes my skin super smooth. And I'm gonna try this guy right here. I went to a couple of beauty places and they all recommended that I try out this toner right here, which is Round Lab. Worst case scenario is that if I end up liking these guys, I could just go to Target, but since it was cheaper in Korea, I'm definitely stocked up on all these guys. I love this hydrating cream from Belif so much that I had to go to every Olive Young. All 43 of those Olive Youngs I went to, I had to go see if they had it because not all the Olive Youngs had it. The only Olive Youngs that had it were the ones in Myeongdong and Hongdae, which happened to be like the touristy areas. So obviously I had to fight everyone and their mom for this. I love this thing. It is my night routine best friend right here. So I bought the ampoule right here as well as the other one. I bought the 2 different kinds right here. I brought the brightening one and the original one. I used this one before and definitely helped out my skin. I haven't tried this one, but a lot of people say that it is like a life send for them. So I'm gonna try these out. I got 3 of these and 3 of these. I have a problem, yes. Currently, I use these 2 heavily. I use the toner and the serum twice a day, pretty much. And these are my go-to products. I pretty much live off of Skin 1004, as you can see. So when I went to the pop-up, I literally bought out their entire inventory. Well, not really, but I bought a good amount. There is one thing that I am very embarrassed that I bought a whole bunch of. So this is the Centella Sun Serum, which is their sunblock brand, and it is rated as probably one of their top items ever. And I've seen in a lot of lists that this product right here is like #1 in Korea in a lot of lists. I bought 14 of these. 4 of them are gonna go to people. The other 10 are for me. So this is literally the amount of sunblock that I bought from Olive Young. Wait, hold on. There's a double pack also. Listen, it's not my fault. It is the government's fault for banning the sale of Korean sunblock in the US, which now that I'm thinking about it, this is actually like worth it. I also bought these sunblocks as well. I heard that these are really good, but these are actually gonna go to my cousin because she actually requested that I give her these sunblocks, as well as this double pack right here. So all these are gonna go to my cousin. So not all of them are for me. Literally all of this took up at least one of my suitcases. Come to think about it, I could probably store a lot more, but you know, that's for the next Korea trip. So this next category is pretty much all the stationery stuff that I bought. Obviously, as you can tell from the box, I went to Artbox, but I also went to the Studio Ghibli store as well as the Kakao Friends store that they had there. This is from the Studio Ghibli store, and I forgot what mall it was, but it was at Seoul Tower, I think. We got these little, I think these are like gift tag, name tags things. My two favorite movies of Studio Ghibli are obviously Spirited Away and Howl's Moving Castle, so I had to get those. So I got these two as well. I think these are notepads. So this one is from Howl's Moving Castle, and then I also got it from my third favorite movie, which is Kiki's. So I'm definitely gonna be using these as well. And somewhere in this pile, oh, it's right here. Oh, I bought this. I brought my little Totoro little dude. Actually, I don't have a favorite Studio Ghibli film because I listed 4 different movies and they're all my favorite Studio Ghibli films. But I had to get him because look how cute he is. Like, that is so adorable right here. And then we are gonna tackle the art box and Kakao Friends. Well, let's start with the Kakao Friends. So I got these lovely notebooks right here. I wanted to make sure to get notebooks that remind me of my trip in Seoul, so I made sure to get ones that clearly show that it was from Seoul. So we have this one of Seoul Tower, and then we have this one of just downtown Seoul. We also got some stickers right here, and then we also got some more stickers as well. I don't know if you can find these in the US stores, but these were really cute and I made sure to get them. I also got these postcards, which were from, I forgot which store it was. I think it was from Busan train station, but they had these little postcards of the Squid Games of Kakao Friends, which I thought were really cute, and I made sure to buy those. So now we're gonna tackle art box, because this art box haul needs some explaining to do. So we have this notebook. Again, I wanted to make sure that I got a notebook that reminded me of my trip to Seoul, so that's why we have that. We have some stickers as well. I swear to God, I think Korea's sticker game puts the US sticker game to shame, because look at how adorable all these stickers are. You can't blame me. Like, the stationery game in Korea is like on a whole nother level. I also bought this right here. I think it was cheap. That's all I remember. I don't have a phone stand for my phone when I film, so I needed this because it was very practical. And then let's talk about this. Now, I had to go and buy some PC sleeves because I don't really like the ones here in the US. That being said, yeah, we went kind of hard with the PC sleeves. I don't know if these are good or not, but I'm guessing that they're pretty good because I think they're good. I'm trying to remember what the conversion rate for 3,000 won is, but that's how much each of these were, except for this one. This one's the lighter one. This one's 2,500 won. I'll convert it down here in description, but I think that's cheaper than like most. I also had to buy a lot because I'm planning on giving out a bunch of freebies during the Stray Kids concert here in LA. So I needed to do that, and I also need to focus on buying those freebies because that concert's coming up and I haven't planned anything. I told myself I wasn't gonna buy any clothes this trip, and here we are with a bunch of new clothes. I need to learn to control myself. Starting off, we got these pants right here. I have to like back up or something. Hold on a minute. So starting off, we got these pants right here. I think I got it from Another Awesome, which is in Yeongdong. And then we have these pants also. My main goal for pants, I guess, was to get pants that were super baggy because your homeboy is gaining weight and he needs baggier pants. I actually wore these while I was in Korea because I only bought 2 pairs of pants, and by the time day 6 came, both of those pants were like completely like ruined. So I needed to buy some new pants to wear around Korea. And then I bought these overalls. It says here 55,001, which again, I need to check the conversion rate, but I think this is cheaper than when I went to buy overalls at LA. I'm actually planning on wearing overalls when I go to Coachella. By the time you're watching this, I already went to Coachella. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna be wearing overalls when I'm at Coachella. And then I got some sweater vests right here. I don't feel like opening them because they're nicely folded. And then we got this lovely shirt right here, again, because I ran out of clothes when I was in Korea. This, I'm actually proud of getting. Look at how beautiful this thing is. I'm considering wearing this at J-Hope's concert if I can get a ticket for the Sunday show in LA. I already have an outfit for Friday, but I don't have a ticket for the Sunday show. So if I end up going on the Sunday show, I will let you know here, and I will be posting this outfit right here. Funny thing about Korea is that the weather never was consistent, so I wasn't prepared when it started raining and snowing. So I had to go and buy a jacket. This is actually like pretty cheap for a jacket. I don't remember how much it was, but it was way cheaper than if I were to get this jacket in LA. But it definitely came in handy, especially when it started snowing. So these are pretty much all the things that I bought for myself that I kind of consider my favorite stuff. These are all my favorite things. We're gonna start with this little plushie because this is probably the #1 thing that I had to get when I went back to Gamcheon Village. So back at my first Korea trip, the group that I went with, and I went to the store where they sold these handmade, they're pretty much little crochet dolls that the owner handmade. And this was like my biggest regret, was not buying one of these. Also, here's the best part about this guy. I'm a child because when I went back to Gamcheon Village, this was like my #1 thing to buy. Now, it was either this or Tata, which happens to be V, which is my bias in BTS. However, since I was in Busan and Jimin is from Busan, I kind of figured that we had to go with Chimmy because it made the most sense. And also it reminds me that I should go back to Busan because Busan was also so amazing. You're gonna stay right here. Stay. Speaking of Busan, we went to this place called Wavion Coffee, which is by far to me probably the prettiest cafe ever in all of South Korea. I had to get this right here, which is a full set of their coffee. There we go. Wow. Stupid reveal. This is actually not going for me, although I do live in this house, but this is actually going to my parents and my boyfriend because they love drinking coffee. And I was like, you know what? Let me kill a whole bunch of birds with one stone and get them this from Korea because their coffee is actually pretty good. These are probably my favorite purchase that I made in Korea. These are handmade music boxes from this store called Mooney Music Box, and they make some of the prettiest music boxes ever. Last time I went to Korea, I actually got my mom one of these boxes. Ever since then, I regretted not getting myself one. So here we are. I ended up getting 2. So this is the first music box right here. And it is really custom. And the fun thing about this is that it only took them 20 minutes to make this. And it was like less than $40 as well. But here's the best part is that the music, you can choose the music that you can do. So see if you recognize this song. That is amazing. I didn't know the store existed until my first Korea trip because I was with I think it was Natasha, and she mentioned the store, and she mentioned that this store was known for making specifically a spring day music box. The fact that I was with a whole bunch of armies, the first K-pop trip to Seoul, those people hounded that store for this. Originally, I was only gonna get one music box, but then after a while, I started thinking about it, and I was like, I kind of want the spring day one. And luckily for me, they had one waiting just to be bought, and we're just gonna play it right now. Top tier purchase right here. If these music boxes at any time broke, I would have literally cried. Like, these music boxes are probably my most sought after thing that I want to get in Korea, and they are now here with me, and I will be protected somewhere in this room. I will definitely put the address and the information for these things, because if there's one thing I want everyone watching this to get, is these music boxes. So we're gonna talk about some of the accessories I got this time around, and let me tell you, TikTok has definitely influenced me with this one. I did not buy one, but I bought two different sets of sunglasses from Blue Elephant. I know a lot of people, when they talk about sunglasses, they talk about Gentle Monster, which is the brand that I think Jennie from Blackpink is a brand ambassador for. But I also saw a lot of people talk about Blue Elephant, which also happens to be, from what I've heard, the cheaper but still same like awesomeness that is Gentle Monster. So we're gonna show the sunglasses. First of all, the packaging alone is just beautiful. I got these ones right here. I think they give off like Hobie vibes. Most likely I might end up wearing these sunglasses at some point during the Hobie concert. I also got these sunglasses as well. So this is the second pair right over here, and they're really, really nice. I have to double check and see how much these sunglasses were, but if I remember correctly, they were like very, very affordable, which is why I bought two of them. Listen, I saw a person at that store buy like 6 pairs of sunglasses, and okay. Oh, the receipt's right here. Is it right here? Oh no, that's the aftercare. You know what? I'm gonna change this category to accessories / beauty, even though I had the beauty. This is just, I don't know what this category is, but it's gonna be accessories / beautification. This is skincare, beautification, something else. So I saw on TikTok that this store does sell legit glasses at a quick and affordable price. By the time you're watching this, I've posted like a whole short form video about this place, but pretty much you can get glasses very cheap in Korea, and this is the store to get them at. Now I will say normally you can get these glasses within, I heard, like less than 30 minutes in some cases, but my eyesight is very crappy. So it took them actually 5 days to get my glasses, which surprisingly is super still fast. I think I Googled in the US that it takes about 2 to 3 weeks to get new glasses. So the fact that they can get my glasses within less than a week actually, and all I had to do was show my prescription. Also, you don't need insurance to get glasses. These are the glasses that I got. We have those right here. I have my contacts on right now, so it might look a little weird. If you can tell, these glasses are amazing. Speaking of accessories, I have these guys right here. The thing about me is that normally I'm not like an accessory person. So when I went to get some accessories, like it's very rare for me. But I do have these rings right here that I got at New. Probably gonna wear them at some future concert. I think the Stray Kids one is the one that's coming up next. So if you don't know, I went on this Korea trip with a tour group during like the last 2/3 of my trip. While we were in Busan, we went to this place where they handmade bracelets and lots of leather goods, but pretty much we made our own bracelets. These are really nice. It's really good leather. We made this. I made this. So if it's ugly, you're calling. And it's definitely one of a kind because again, it is handmade because I literally made it. Only thing I have issue with is that I don't know how to open and close it. Like it's really hard to like open it. I think Oh yeah, there we go. So the key is you need nails. This isn't actually like a product I bought, but this is a gift from Minish Dental. I went to get my teeth whitened as well as my teeth cleaned. They gave me a bunch of like really nice like teeth products. So we have a tongue scraper right here. We have a night toothbrush and a day toothbrush, which I didn't know was a thing. Got a nice pocket mirror right here and some dental floss. If you're watching this video, I probably also posted a video about my trip to Minish Dental, so make sure you guys check that out as well. Oh my god. By the way, I forgot to mention that in the accessories, I bought this bag right here. Nothing too fancy about it. I just wanted a bag where I can hang my boo-boos. Now, here's the thing, not all of these are gonna go to me, okay? Some of these are gonna go to my friends and coworkers. Some of these are mine. Listen, they had 2 popmart stores in Korea. Of course, I had to go and check. Ironically enough, they were still sold out of Labubu's, except for the Hongdae store. I didn't know they had the Coca-Cola Labubu's until I saw this family while walking around Myeongdong open up their popmart bag and revealed that they had this. And long story short, I ran into that store. Everyone was running to grab these guys, and I happened to grab one of the last ones. This is actually not going to go to me. This is actually going to go to a coworker. By the time she's watching this, she has already unboxed it, and I will let you know which one she got. Also going to my coworker are going to be these Smiskies. These weren't actually from the popmart store. I just had to put them somewhere so that way I knew how to categorize this video. These I got at the butter store, and oh my god, they had a whole bunch of these guys for like less than $4. If you check out the US, I think some of these sell for like $12 to $13, so I had to make sure to grab some for her. These are gonna go to me because I deserve it. Starting off, we got this guy right here, which I think dropped while I was in Korea. I saw my friend Rainer post this, and I was like, I wonder if they have these in Korea. And yeah, they were new releases. And then I got these guys. Again, these haven't been in the US popmart stores. I haven't seen them at least, but we got the Teletubby ones. Honestly, I'm hoping for Tinky Winky because he's purple and he's probably the cutest one. And then next we have Hachi Poo Poo. Haki Poo Poo. It's these guys right here. I don't know if I pronounced them correctly. The alligator one is the one that convinced me to buy this, so hopefully we get the alligator one. I'm surprised that I didn't go overboard with the popmart, but then again, I did go overboard with the Olive Young and Skin sunblock stuff, so I don't know where my priorities were when I was in Korea. So in this folder is pretty much all the photo stuff that I did. Last Korea trip, I did so many photo booths to the point where I don't remember how many I did. I think I did maybe about 10 to 20 photo booths, so I had to limit myself with this one. We got these caricature drawings. This one is of me. I mean, it looks exactly like me besides the mustache. When I got this done, I forgot to shave. And this was earlier in my trip, so I didn't really think about it. When she revealed this to me, yeah, after this, I made sure to shave every single night because I was so embarrassed by this. And then we also had this one right here. If you don't know, this is my boyfriend, Carlo. Since Carlo wasn't with me in Seoul, she just asked for a photo of him, and then that's how she drew him up, and then she drew me on the spot. Each of these were only like 7,000 won, and they finished in like less than 2 minutes. Like, the artists there are really, really good. Next, we also have this little photo thing that I got from the Line Friends store. There's a lot of these in Korea. This was the only one that I did. And then we went to a photo booth right here. These are probably some of the nicest portraits that I ever gotten. If my Korea trip was summed up in one picture, it would be this one right here. By the way, that is my friend Elsie right there, who was the host of the tour group that I did this time around in Seoul. And then speaking of her, we also have obviously some more photo booth stuff right here. And then we have this one, which I'm gonna give to my co-workers. When I announced I was going to Korea, 2 of my co-workers were like, we're gonna make popsicle stick stands of ourselves and we're gonna have you bring them around Korea. If y'all are watching this, I brought y'all to Korea. So technically you've been to Korea, you're welcome. And then we have this one right here of myself. This one was from Mono Mansion, I think in Insadong or Insadong. Those 2 places are definitely gonna be switched around because don't remember which one's which. This one's from Mono Mansion, and I will say by far out of all the photo booths I've been to in Korea, this one is my favorite because of the clear quality of the photo. I also got one from Skin 1004 because again, I went to their flagship store and again, I bought out the entire thing to the point where the employees were like, you know what, you need to remember how much you spent at our store. Here's a token of our gratitude. I need to go back to that flagship store and buy out some more stuff. If you have watched my vlogs, then you would have known that during my trip to Korea, I also went to the ateez concert, which was their final concert of their Tour de Light tour, which by the way, if you're watching this, they just announced that they're going on tour again in August, which gives me a headache because what do you mean that you're going on tour again? During that tour, I didn't buy any concert merch, unfortunately, because that line was God forbidden so long. But I got a bunch of freebies as well as a poster, and I also got this Sun PC from the From booth, I think. But long story short, this thing is official. It's from Seoul, Korea, and it is like highly worth it because everyone was fighting for their lives for this card, and I have it. So we also got the physical ticket, which is weird because in Korea they do physical tickets instead of like Ticketmaster or a QR code or something. Here is the poster that we all ended up getting from the venue. I don't know why that took so long for me to say. Here are some of the freebies I ended up getting at the concert. And because the concert happened to be the same weekend as Yuno's birthday, there were a lot of cup sleeve events happening for Yuno. So here are some of the cup sleeve freebies that I ended up getting. So these are some of the freebies that I got from Korea for Yuno's birthday. These cafes were like themed to the max. I need the US to like step up their cup sleeve game. These last couple things I don't have a category for, so these are just the random like miscellaneous stuff. So I bought this bag right here. I don't remember, I think it was from Gwangshan Market. I brought my Labubu with me to Korea and I thought it would be cute to have my Labubu wear a backpack around like this. Unfortunately, the straps were so big that it didn't wrap around them that well, but maybe like my sitting Labubus it might work. I have to double check and see if that works. So I got this little guy right here. I forgot the name of the temple. Like you guys can tell, I'm still kind of jet lagged. I'm tired. I don't know where things are at this point. I just want to remind myself about that temple because that temple was probably the prettiest thing that I've ever seen in this trip. And then I got postcards from Gamcheon Culture Village. To this day, Gamcheon Culture Village is by far my favorite place ever in Korea that I've visited. Even though this time around it was like super foggy and stuff, it was still like amazing. Sidetrack, I think Gamcheon Culture Village is way prettier in the fog than the sun. It looked like a colorful version of Silent Hill, which is nice to me. The one thing I do regret is that in the same store, that is where you can write your postcard to yourself to the future and they will send it to you in like the future. That just means that I have to go back to Gamcheon Culture Village and I have to do this again. But for now, I love these postcards right here. Next, we have these guys. If I can get them out. So I got these little dudes from some crane machines from various places in Korea. Korea loves their crane machines. I think this one might be my favorite though, because it is the Korean salt bread. And let me tell you, if you have never eaten Korean salt bread in Korea before, like that is top priority. You need to get Korean salt bread. So we have this magnet right here of Gamcheon Culture Village. This sign right here. So when me and Elsie were in Gamcheon Culture Village, they had the same exact sign. I feel like, you know what? I'm gonna show the video right here. So insert video right here. Over there, yeah. So now you know why I ended up buying this magnet. So we also went to the Kwangya store. If you don't know what that store is, that's pretty much the SM gift shop, because we did end up going to SM Entertainment and they did have a gift shop. I ended up getting this right here for my boyfriend. My boyfriend's bias in NCT is Mark, so obviously I have to give that to him when he comes back from work. Okay, this is embarrassing. There's this store in Hongdae that specializes in photo card holders. Y'all saw how many PC sleeves I got. These are all the PC holders I ended up getting. Although if you think about it, 3,001 for each of these, I think that's less than $5, but these are like a steal. I think if you bought these in the US at any place, I think they would average out to maybe like $10, like $8 to $10 for PC holder. I needed PC holders anyway, so I needed to stock up on that, and that store definitely came in clutch. And then we have these guys, which are cell phone cases that you can make. There's a store in Myeongdong where you can make your own phone case. So I made this one right here, and then this one as well. The only downside to these things is when I take a photo, unfortunately now, the heart would, like, the little grip, I didn't put them low enough, so the grip will kind of stick out to the camera sometimes. Oh my god, I forgot to show this guy as well. Yeah, this was from a crane machine. Okay. Now to round things up, as I mentioned earlier, this trip around I did a tour group, and in that tour group I got some gifts. So one of those gifts was these sets of postcards from our tour guide. Shout out to Joy, because Joy, who was our tour guide, was super amazing, super nice, super helpful, and she was so nice that she gave us not only postcards, but she also happened to give us some personalized nail clippers. And then someone in our group also gave us a little Korea freebie bag. Oh my god, these are all ateez! We have this little, I think, soup ramen bowl. We have this right here, which says Heart South Korea 2025. If you can't see it, I can focus. And then we have a bunch of stickers right here, which is so cute. Anyway, that is pretty much my huge Korea haul. So literally there's everything that I got from Korea all over the place. And once again, I have to reorganize it and figure out what's going where and what's going what. I also ended up buying 5 pairs of boxer briefs, which TMI, I somehow during this trip forgot to pack extra underwear. So I had to go to Uniqlo and buy like 5, 6, just a whole bunch of extra pairs of underwear for this trip. Anyway, that wraps it up for this Korea haul. If y'all haven't watched my Korea vlogs, make sure you check out those Korea vlogs. They are all posted at this point. If I haven't posted them at this point, then something's wrong with me. And once again, thank y'all for watching. If you haven't already, please make sure you subscribe, like, and comment on this channel. And yeah, I gotta get to cleaning my room because it be messy. Anyway, thank y'all for watching. I'll see you at the next one. Bye, y'all.